Hi everyone! Today we're going to turn our colorful little fabric scraps, even those tiny pieces you thought you couldn't use, into the cutest fabric scrap fish. Alright, let's start by bonding our scraps. Place the fabric scraps onto the glue side of your iron on adhesive paper, working little by little. Make sure your iron doesn't touch the glue directly. Once you've pressed them on, just trim away any loose or unbonded pieces. Now, let's get our fish pattern ready. Print it, cut it out, and trace around it onto your bonded fabric. Cut carefully along the outline. And if you'd like to make a kissing fish, cut a little heart from fabric and add it as the mouth. Remember, every fish you make will be completely one of a kind. Don't throw away those leftover bonded scraps, we can still use them. Peel off the backing paper. Then trace a few fish shapes onto a piece of baking paper. Now, cover the shapes with your tiny scraps and press them down with the iron. Once it's cool, cut them out. And yes, you can still add the little heart mouth if you'd like a kissing fish. Time for some eyes. Make a piece of black bonded fabric about 5 centimeters square. Then cut out little circles and simply iron them onto your fish. Now for the really tiny bits. Trace a fish shape straight onto a piece of felt. Iron your smallest scraps onto the shape until it's all covered. You can leave it just like that, quirky and full of character, or retrace the shape and cut it neatly for a cleaner look. Now let's bring our fish to life. We can sew them onto blankets, pillows, or purses for decoration. Each one is totally unique and full of personality. If you'd like to make a charm, iron your fish onto a felt base. That'll make it nice and sturdy. Use black thread to outline your fish and add details like fins, gills, or even scales. If you want, switch to colorful threads and add free motion embroidery for fun patterns. Go ahead and trim off any little extra threads so everything looks nice and tidy. Now with some white thread, just add a couple of tiny knots on the eyes. They'll create little highlights and make your fish look more lively. For hanging, pop another layer of felt underneath and tuck in a folded ribbon at the center. You can also follow the placement marks on your pattern. Then, using white thread, stitch around the edges. Don't be afraid to add extra lines. Neat, messy, playful, whatever you like. And here's a little reminder, your stitches don't have to be perfect. The charm of handmade crafts lies in their imperfections. Once you're happy, trim away any excess felt. And here they are, a whole shoal of playful fabric scrap fish. You can use them as key rings, brooches, bookmarks, bunting, wall hangings, bag charms. So have fun and enjoy turning your fabric scraps into these adorable little fish. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, happy sewing!